Hello, everybody! BeMetalways here. Hope you're all doing well. We're back for another edition of the weekly album review. This week I'm reviewing Unleash the Archers, and the album is Abyss. It was released by Napalm Records on August 21st, 2020. And let's give a quick background on the band. So, Unleash the Archers is a Canadian melodic power metal band with influences of traditional heavy metal and melodic death metal. They released two independent albums, one in 2009 and the other one in 2011, and then two albums with Napalm Records, the latest being Apex in 2017. Apex is a good album that was well received, and it was, for me personally, my introduction to the band. And I indeed agree that it was a good album and I enjoyed it. From the early days of the band, the only original members left are Brittany Slays in the vocals and Scott Buchanan in the drums. But the guitar players Grant Truesdell and Andrew Kingsley have been with the band since 2015's Napalm Records debut Time Stands Still. A bassist is not currently featured in the band official lineup. So where does this lead us in 2020? Well, less than a year after the release of their covers EP Explorers, Unleash the Archers are back with Abyss, their fifth album featuring 10 new tracks, and the album is just under 1 hour. Abyss is a concept album and the sequel to 2017's Apex. Walking Dream opens the album. It's a slow intro type of song, but it takes too long for an intro. It's almost 4 minutes. I would be perfectly happy if the album would directly start with the title track and track number 2 in the album now. This near 7 minute bombastic piece already features over 1 minute of a cool instrumental intro with the screams, ohs, and hey hey that will work very well live. It would have been a better album opener, and it was the right choice for the first single as it also set the tone for the whole record. In Abyss, Unleash the Archers combine traditional heavy metal with power metal, and they center their sound around frontwoman Brittany Slays. She has this raw 4-octave mezzo-soprano voice. There's a bit of melodic death metal here and there, but especially in this album, it's really more traditional and power metal driven. It could be a turn off for some that the next two songs passing the title track are mid-tempo and less aggressive songs. With that said, I do like the melodic approach of Through Stars, and Legacy has some cool arpeggios at the beginning and an overall mood that reminds me of early Symphony X. Both songs feature great melodic guitar solos. Overall, in this album, the guitar solos are just great. It's not until track number 5, Return to Me, that we get some Blackened Death growls. Together with Faster Than Light, those are the most aggressive songs on the album. It's also when finally Slays use her potential and sings dynamically using her full range. During most of the other songs, in my opinion, she remains very confined in a limited range, and she doesn't have to. It's a missed opportunity, therefore. Now, there's a lot of ho 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 in throughout the album, and to me, it gets a bit repetitive and boring. Then there's the epic "The Wind That Shapes the Land," featuring some of the best riffs and a song that explores more confidently the use of death screams. It's a more adventurous song with good dynamics and variability. The same can be said of the album closer Afterlife. Abyss was once again recorded with legendary producer Jacob Hansen of Hansen Studios in Denmark. Overall, the album sounds great with the exception of the bass that to me is really lacking. Now, to be picky about this album, as usually, similarly to other recent albums in traditional power metal genre that I have listened, Abyss feels too safe. No risk were taken, not even to explore in full the strong points that the band already have, such as Slayer's voice and the guttural vocal approach that both guitar players can offer. I think the band should either drop the death metal elements or fully incorporate it. In this album, it's kind of half baked to me. So it's like not enough extreme metal elements to attract the more extreme fans, but it's enough to also distract the more power metal fans. So let's see where they end up in the future. In addition to that, the album is very mid tempo and lacks the broader aggression of previous releases. Musically, we could use more hooks, maybe some more heavy riffs, and definitely a bass player. Wrapping up this album, despite some of the missteps that we discussed, there are enough good songs in Abyss to make it worthwhile. Fans of the band will find something to enjoy here, even if it won't bring the same satisfaction Apex did. There are also easy to enjoy songs to capture some new fans. So, in sum, I'm giving Abyss 78 out of 100. The positives still outweighed the negatives, in my opinion, and I consider a good album worth exploring. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed and thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, share, or comment, and be meta always.